What's good? You behind the scenes, post-traumatic music, Postman, liveoffbeats.com. And I'm just about to lay down a banger, you know, me and Tron, you know, this is what we do, we producers. So what I want to do is, I felt this melody in me, and kind of want to express it. I think I hear like an anthem, upbeat type, you know, gangster shit though, but it just, you know, has that anthem feel. So the melody is like this, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let that down. So I just laid that down. And I'm going to let Tron get on the drums, them trauma drums. You know how that is. When Tron be on the drums, you know, that's when you got a masterpiece. You know what I mean? So, you know, this is the melody. I'm going to lay it down. Sounds for Tron was in these drums, but look, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I don't even touch drums when me and Tron make beats together. Like, did y'all hear that shit? Like, the niggas just made that shit like out of nowhere, like that with Trauma drums. Like, if you got Trauma on your team, you can't lose. And if you can't have him personally on your team like I do, then you better have the best thing, next best thing, which is his motherfucking drum kits, because that's the extension of having Trauma on your team. And goddamn it, you hear that. A little nugget too, because I know a lot of producers be asking, you know, me to listen to their beats, and I be listening and listening. And what I notice is, it's not always that you guys don't have proper skills when laying melodies and drum tracks. Sometimes I notice the actual sounds you're using. And I think that's another secret, is like, I would never use a sound that's not hot. Like, you're using a whack-ass sound. Like, some of them sounds y'all use, Jesus himself couldn't come down and make a hot beat out of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, not even... He could turn water into wine, he couldn't turn that sound into a hot beat. So actual sound selection is important too when you're laying your banger. Like, so that's why you hear this sound as just a nasty sound. You know what I'm saying? So you can do a lot of things with that, you know. So another little nugget that I want to drop too for your producers is, we don't hear the beat. So I'm saying, like, we're not listening to the beat with our ears, listening to it with our hearts. And so that's one of the secrets. And I learned that from my dad as well as a guitar player. You're not listening to see if the shit sounds good. You know what I mean? That's a lot of you producers doing. Like, because a lot of the beats I hear are sonically good, right? They're sonically right, melodic wise, but it don't give no feeling. It's just dry. So you make the beats with your heart. You know what I mean? So if it feels right to you, if your emotions are going, that's how you know if the beat is on the right track. Or if it's flat, then you know, okay, well, this shit is kind of whack. So if it's flat, it's whack. You know what I mean? If it's hot, then your emotions are wrong. So I'm about to go in and find, not too much, this is kind of done, but I want to go in and add a little bells and whistles to really set it off. I want to show you something I did. I got it turned up. I added a bass in there to kind of give it that bottom. So, you know, when people bang in their car, they can bang out like, ooh, so they can feel it, you know what I mean? So what I did was I used this bass, the hyper bottom bass, to come with reason. I had to equalize it. So what I do is I roll the highs and mids off all the way, because I don't really want the frequencies clashing with the main melody. Because sometimes in these basses, they have like a higher frequency that's kind of up, and then it can kind of clash with the frequencies in the melody, especially if it's following the melody. So that's the trick that I do, is I kind of boost up the lows, and it's very simple. It's not, you know, too much technical stuff. I use a regular EQ that's in reason, and I just boost up the lows a little bit, but really I'm cutting the highs, cutting the mids, and I let them drop all the way off, because I don't even want those frequencies in there, because they're unnecessary. So what you get left with is a bass sound that's pure bass. So that's a little trick. You're trying to have all kind of shit in here, so you can't never mute all the damn drums. That nigga throw all kind of shit that just, you know, you can't really hear it, but you feel it. And then when it comes to the beat, you know, and I keep the bass kind of low. I don't want it all nasty.
That's like real anthematic right there. We calling this one Dracula's Anthem.
Trauma dropped them nasty ass organs, and that's one thing about Trauma too. I love he can hear, he know how to make shit. If it's banging, is you throw Trauma on there, it's like adding that extra motherfucking sauce on that motherfucker. So he threw some organs on there, and let me solo them. See, and all I did to him, I just kind of, cause I love sound, so I kind of added a little reverb to him, a little more, turned it down a little bit. He panned it to the right, so that's kind of like we mix as we go along. So a lot of y'all be having mixing problems. And this organ is actually pretty nasty. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I feel it coming. The spirit is coming, Tron. Wait a minute.
Bring it to church.
Uh-oh.
Reverend Cleaverton. Pass the dollars on the organ.
Pass the dollars. Come on, y'all. Pass the dollars. Come get an amen.
Amen. Bring in the sermon.
Amen.
Play it for the church and pass around that collection plate.
All right, y'all. Go ahead, pass it around, amen.
We're going to use the same plate Postman just ate his sandwich on. We're going to get dollars on this plate.
Pass out the collection plate. Hey, you know what's crazy? The collection plate, that's just like, if you think about it, like what the bill collectors call, like collections and shit. Like they start calling your ass, you know what I mean, for collections. In the church, you go to church, they got collections. God damn it, everywhere we go, we got to pay collections, huh? You know. So what I did was Trauma laid the piano, which is very nasty, in the beat. This is one of those things you feel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna layer that piano with this wah sound. So it's something you feel. It's not necessarily clear up front, but you kind of feel it. And so what I did was I laid it with the piano, and I edited it. You know, I didn't just fucking put the sound in there. Like some of you guys' beats, not you particular, but the beats I be hearing, I mean, like shit just don't even be level. Like they just shit just be loud over here, and it's like, okay, well, you know, did you even listen to the beat while you're making it? You know what I mean? Like level some of that stuff off. Some stuff should be felt, not heard, through just enough reverb, not too much reverb. You know, you don't want it to sound like you're underwater or anything. And so that's what I did here. So now you can hear how it sounds. You might not be able to distinguish it right away because it's layered under the piano. This might bring 50 back, you know what I mean? Because he did that Outlaw song, which was cool, but I think the fans been really, when I've been, you know, listen to their comments, watching their comments on his videos and on his new songs, they're like, we need you to bring back that old sound but new. And I knew what they were saying, you know what I mean? It's like they don't want the shit to sound just like, you know, Get Rich or Die Trying. That sounds kind of old, you know, it's like 8 years old, but they wanted something still aggressive that was banging and not too popish, you know what I mean? So I feel like something like this could really, you know, get his core fan base happy, you know, bring him back in his good favors. Man, this shit is banging. You know what I'm saying? I throw the shades on for this shit, you know what I mean? That mean. And the beautiful thing is, what I get most excited about is what I'm gonna do after the track is done. Not like as far as tracking it out, but I mean like as far as selling it, because there's so many options. I mean, we could throw this to TV, got TV connects, you know what I mean, get that ASCAP money. Try to get a major artist on this, you know what I mean, get 50 or something like that, get the track to them. You always one reach away from somebody nowadays, the internet, Facebook, Twitter, you can always, you know, send a submission in. Or just upload on the internet to a SoundClick and you know, start getting money over and over and over again by leasing the beat. So I mean, so many options now. That's why I love being a producer in today's market as opposed to, you know, 15 years ago when it was like, you know, you had to go knock on doors and bring big bags of beat CDs and hopefully someone to listen. You know, all that shit's done with. That's why a lot of producers have been asking a lot of questions too. Is like, you know, when I'm done with making beats, how do I make some money with them? You're always saying you can make money with beats. Well, that's why I put together the Beat Selling 101 course. Especially if you have never sold a beat before and you want to get the steps, the baby steps, to hold your hand, never uploaded a beat, never sold a beat, never thought about selling a beat in your life, and you're ready to start making money from your music, then that's what Beat Selling 101 is for. So I definitely think you should check that out. LiveOffBeats.com. Go get that Beat Selling 101. Let me get back to do what I do.